See, audible no? All of you? Okay. Good afternoon to one and all. In the previous lecture, we have started the point is that magnetism. Next one point is nothing but induction and resistance. Okay. So in that we have discussed regarding magnetism. So what is magnetic field? What is the magnetic property of material? Okay. So William Gilbert's invented, or its conclusion is that the earth it will be act as a huge magnet, and in the magnetism, if the iron piece it can be rubbed or it is attached to that of magnetic material, it will acquire the same property as that of magnetic material, right? Or it will achieve as the same property as that of magnetic material. That point we have discussed. And according to this magnetic property, there is a working principle of DC generator, right? So magnetism, there is a natural magnet and artificial magnet. We are able to create the artificial magnetism, right? That means when a coil is wound on any core, and if the current it can be flowing from that coil, then around that coil there is some magnetic field it will be created, right? So this is nothing but artificial magnetism. Natural magnet is there having an n pole and s pole, and if this natural magnet it can be cut out into number of pieces, then it also achieve the two poles, that means n pole and s pole. In case of artificial magnet, we are using one conductive coil. If this coil it can be wrapped or it can be wound around the core, and if the current passing from that coil, then there is a magnetic field it will be created around this coil. So this is the artificial method to produce the magnetic field, right? Artificial method to produce the magnetic field. So in case of big generator, we are using artificial magnetic field, and in case of small generator like PMDC, permanent magnet, here we are using permanent magnet to produce the flux. So in case of this PMDC or it may be permanent magnet, we are using a natural magnet, right? No. So that according to this, how the magnetic field it will be created, according to there are some types of generator you people already studied. Permanent magnet DC generator, separately excited DC generator, and next one magnetic field वरती depend आहेत ना types of generator. Permanent magnet, that means there are we are using the permanent magnet, so that we can call it as a permanent magnet. Separately excited, to produce the flux, we are using separate excitation source, that means separate voltage source, to produce the magnetic field. त्या field मधून magnetic field create करण्यासाठी त्या field winding मध्ये आपण काय करतोय, separate source चा current flow करतो, right? And what is self excited? Self excited, in self excited DC generator or motor, again there are three types: series wound, shunt wound, and compound wound. Why self excited? We require external source or not? Not. Then how it will produce a flux or magnetic lines of force? Their magnetic property. When the coil is wound around the pole, there is a one specific word is there, due to residual magnetism, right? No, due to residual magnetism, some of the EMF it should be present before excitation, right? So due to that EMF, this induced EMF it will circulate a small amount of current in that field, and if the small amount of current it will be flowing from that field, then the field winding it will get excited, and self exciting is nothing but the flux, it can be produced in that generator by self current, or it may be self induced voltage. So that we can call it as a self induced. Like that, this is the artificial type of magnetism. So if the electric charge, or it is moving electric charge around the one core, it will cause a magnetic field. This is shown in this figure, and the direction is depends upon direction of electric current. Okay, in which direction the magnetic field it will be created, it will be depends upon कशावरती डिपेंड आहे, डिरेक्शन ऑफ करंट. ओके, करंटच्या डिरेक्शन वरती डिपेंड आहे. ओके, सपोज करंटची डिरेक्शन अपवर्ड असेल, फ्लक्स लाईन्स कोणत्या डिरेक्शन फ्लो होतील, कशावरती डिपेंड आहे, करंटच्या डिरेक्शन वरती ना. डू यू नो थंब रूल, अंगठ्याचा नियम काय आहे? In the thumb rule, thumb shows that the direction of current flowing from that. If the current it will be flowing in the upward direction, this other finger it will be shows that the magnetic field it will be created around this pole, or it may be wire, or it may be conductor, right? So that means if the current it will be flowing from any wire which is wrapped or which is wound around the core, then there is it will cause a magnetic field. So here the figure it can be shows the compass needle turns around when it is placed below the wire, right? Compass needle, that means compass, as I have already discussed, the compass it will always align with that of planet Earth, right? It will show the north and south direction. A fundamental property of magnetism is that the moving electric charge or the electric current essentially produce a magnetic field, right? So this is the artificial magnetism. If the current it will be flowing from that coil, it will produce a magnetism. But this coil or this wire, it should be a wrapped wire or wound wire, right? No, आपण केबल कन्सिडर केली, केबल जर स्ट्रेट लाईन असेल तर त्याच्या भोवती फ्लक्स क्रिएट होतात का? एक्स्ट्रा केबल जर आपण गुंडाळून ठेवली तर फ्लक्स क्रिएट होतात, केबल शॉर्ट सर्किट होते, बरोबर ना, राइट? सो द स्पेस बिटवीन दैट टू वायर और टू कंडक्टर, the resistance it will be reduces and it will causes a short circuit, right? When it is rounded, or it may be when it is wound around some core, then the magnetic field it will be produces. That means if the current or the charge it will be flowing in the wrapped wire, then there is a magnetic field it will be created. So this is the property of magnetism. This is one of the property of magnetism. Now the Mitchell Faraday pondered the question is that if an electric current is capable of producing magnetism, it is possible that magnetism can be used to produce electricity. Okay, so from this concept, if the electric current it will be passing from any one of the wrapped coil, then there is a magnetic field it will be created. So the Mitchell Faraday invented that if the current it will be passing from the coil, then it will produce the magnetic field. Then if the magnetic field it will be produces, it will produce a electric current, right? त्याच्या रिव्हर्स, बरोबर. करंट पास झाल्यानंतर जर मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड क्रिएट होत असेल तर मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड मुळे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी काय होते, जनरेट होते. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस the DC generator it can be invented, and the working principle of that generator it should be depends upon Faraday's law, right? No, Faraday's law, no. So Mitchell Faraday pondered the question is that if an electric current is capable to produce the magnetism, then magnetism it is capable to produce the electricity, right? जर magnetism present असेल, it is capable to produce the electricity, right? If an electric charge is moved across a magnetic field, a deflecting force is acting on the charge. So this second sentence it is related to motor, right? So what is the working principle of DC motor? Working principle of DC motor? काय झालं माहितीये का नाही? Working principle of DC motor? Anyone? Input to that of motor कोणत्या फॉर्म मध्ये? Electrical form. So we want to require to give input in the form of electrical, and output it is in the form of mechanical. That means if the current carrying conductor, it is placed in between magnetic field, that magnetic field either created by a permanent magnet or it may be electromagnet. What happen? It experiences a mechanical force. That means electric current चा जो concept होता, electric current, it is capable to produce the magnetism, and due to that magnetism, if the intensity of that magnetism, it will be increases at one end, कुठल्या तरी एका बाजूला intensity काय होते? Increase होते. Okay, due to that increase in intensity, it will act to turn the rotor, so that we can call it as a turning or twisting force, no? Torque. Right? Rotor काय होतो तो turn होतो. So again the direction of that turning or twisting force, it depends upon which law? कशावरती डिपेंड्स आहे? म्हणजे मोटर क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शनला रन होईल का अँटी क्लॉकवाइजला, कशावरती डिपेंड आहे? which law? डायरेक्शन ऑफ करंट त्याच्यावरती डिपेंड आहे. मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड कुठल्या डायरेक्शनला प्रोड्यूस होईल? which law? The direction of rotation of motor, it should be depends upon which law? Fleming's left hand rule, no? Fleming's left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule वरती डिपेंड राहील. So again first three fingers of the left hand, it is kept mutually perpendicular to each other. So this law depend upon that law. If the current flowing from that direction, magnetic field, then the force, right? So similar to that, if an electric charge is moved, that means electric current is passing across a magnetic field. Across a magnetic field म्हणजे जिथे magnetic field create झालेलं आहे त्याच्या across, म्हणजे आपण कंडक्टर कुठे प्लेस करतो? In between magnetic field, right? So across a magnetic field, the deflecting force, it is acting on that charge. म्हणजे जो चार्जड एलिमेंट आहे त्याला आपण कंडक्टर म्हणतो, त्याच्यावरती डिफ्लेक्टिंग फोर्स काय होतं? ऍक्ट होतं. डिफ्लेक्टिंग फोर्स म्हणजे तो डिफ्लेक्ट होतो, टर्न होतो. सो इट इज नथिंग बट टर्निंग और ट्विस्टिंग फोर्स. इट मस्ट बी एम्फसाइज्ड दैट it is not important what actually moves, either the charge or the source of magnetic field, right? It is not important whether the charge it will be moved, that means whether the conductor it will be moved, or it may be magnetic field part it will be moved, right? No, so whether the, in case of machine, whether armature it will be moved, or it may be field magnet it will be moved, right? So construction बघा, मशीनचं आर्मेचर रोटर वरती कन्स्ट्रक्ट केलेलं असतं, काही वेळेस फील्ड वाइंडिंग रोटर वरती कन्स्ट्रक्ट केले. एसी मध्ये काय आहे? डिफरंट कन्स्ट्रक्शन, बरोबर? आर्मेचर स्टेशनरी असेल आणि जे काही फील्ड मॅग्नेट असतील ते रोटेटिंग असतील. सो इट इज not important either that conductor it will be move, जो करंट कॅरी करतोय तो कंडक्टर मूव होतोय का जी फील्ड क्रिएट करते तो पार्ट मूव होतोय. इट इज नॉट इम्पॉर्टंट सोर्स ऑफ मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड. what matter is a relative displacement of those. So matter is that only displacement of any one of, कुठल्या तरी एकाची काय आहे? डिस्प्लेसमेंट आहे. a discovery that the moving electric charge can be deflected as a result of its interaction with the magnetic field is a fundamental electromagnetic theory. So as per the fundamental electromagnetic theory, the electromagnetic conductor that is current carrying conductor, it will be deflected when it will be comes in the interact with that of magnetic field. म्हणजे magnetic field च्या interact मध्ये conductor आला current carrying, तर तो काय होतो, deflect होतो. So this is the discovery. Deflected electric charge result in the electric field generation. So due to that deflected electric charge, its result is that electric field generation, and which in turns lead to the voltage difference in the conducting material, thus producing a electric current. Okay, so this is the fundamental concept related to magnetism. So permanent magnet are useful component for fabricating the sensor. So for fabricating that sensor, the permanent magnet, it is one of the useful component. So for it is used for detection of motion, then displacement, then position or proximity. So these types of application, we are fabricating sensor who is having a magnetism property or whose working it should be depends upon magnet, like displacement measurement साठी, again for detection of motion detection purpose, for detection of position or the proximity type of sensor. To select the magnet for any particular application, some of the characteristics it should be considered. Okay, so there are some following characteristics it should be given. Which characteristics it should be considered while selecting a sensor for that particular application, like detection of motion, then displacement as well as position. So some characteristics you should know. First one, residual inductance in the Gauss or millitesla, right? So we are using the permanent magnet to produce the magnetic field, whether we require external source or excitation. All of you understood question? Question lakshata laga? We are using permanent magnet. So first sentence is that permanent magnet are useful component. That means we are using permanent magnet to fabricate the sensor, right? So in case of permanent magnet, to produce the magnetic field, we require excitation. No requirement of excitation. So that means this permanent magnet, or you can call it as a natural magnet. So around this magnet, there should be some magnetic field. It will be created. So this magnetic field, it is called as residual magnetism. So how much residual magnetism it should be present in that component which we are using. So we want to check this in the millitesla, right? How strong that magnet is. Okay, how strong that magnet is. आपण magnet बघितले बघा, एखादा maximum strong असतो, right? म्हणजे मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड त्याची काय स्ट्रॉंग आहे. मॅक्झिमम स्ट्रॉंग म्हणजे काय, तो मॅग्नेट त्याची मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड काय स्ट्रेंथ मॅक्झिमम आहे. काही मॅग्नेट काय असतात, हॅव्हिंग अँड लेस मॅग्नेटिझम. आपण जर आपला स्क्रू ड्रायव्हर म्हणतो ना, त्याच्या टिप पॉइंटला मॅग्नेटिझम असतं का, ते स्क्रू चिटकून धरतं. किती वेटचा धरतं, जेवढी त्याची कॅपॅसिटी असेल. स्मॉल स्क्रू असेल तर तो काय करेल, मोठा स्क्रू यूज केला तर मग ते काय करते, त्याला कॅप्चर करत नाही किंवा ते स्ट्रॉंगली पकडत नाही. याचा अर्थ काय, त्याची मॅग्नेटिक इंटेन्सिटी तेवढी नाहीये, कमी आहे, राईट? सो वी वॉन्ट टू चेक दॅट मॅग्नेटिक इंटेन्सिटी और मॅग्नेटिझम, whether this magnet it is strong, how much it is strong. Then corrosive force EH, or we can call it as a intensity, how well will the magnet resist external demagnetization force, right? So there are demagnetization force, demagnetization, always some of the demagnetization it will be present. If you people are aware about the armature reaction, there is a two types of effect of armature flux on the main flux. One is called as demagnetizing effect and another one is called as cross magnetizing effect. Demagnetizing effect is nothing but the flux which is produced in the armature which is directly opposed to that of main flux. It is nothing but demagnetization, right? So demagnetizing force ला त्याने काय केलं पाहिजे, resist केलं पाहिजे. So this is second one characteristics. Then maximum energy product, that is MEP, which is represented in BH max. A strong magnet that is also very resistant to the demagnetizing force has a high MEP. That means it is having a high magnetic maximum energy product. Magnet with the higher MEP are better. This magnet are stronger and this is more expensive. J magnet, it is having a maximum energy product. It is having a maximum energy product. So this magnet, it is better for manufacturing the of sensor. This magnet are stronger and also it is expensive, right? Then regarding temperature coefficient, so temperature coefficient in the percentage per Celsius show how much B changes with temperature. What is B? Residual inductance, or we can call it as a flux density. No, it can be represented by B. So if the temperature increases, what is the effect on that flux density? So how much B changes with that of temperature. That means if temperature changes, what is the effect on that magnetic flux density, or we can call it as a residual inductance. Okay, what is the effect of temperature on that magnetic flux density? So these are the some of the characteristics while selecting a sensor for a particular application whose working it should be depends upon magnetism. Then certain molecules containing paramagnetic metal ions which are capable to storing a magnetic moment at a very low temperature. In fact, these magnets are large molecules with a strong magnetic property. Such magnets are called as single molecule magnets. So these are some of the MCQ point. Okay, so you should just note it down. नोट करत जावा जे काही हायलाइट पॉइंट आहेत, कारण तेच MCQ ला विचारले जाऊ शकतात. So the magnet which is having a large molecule with strong magnetic property. एखाद्या मॅग्नेट मध्ये लार्ज मॉलिक्यूल आहे, दॅट इज मॅग्नेटिक मॉलिक्यूल, अँड विच इज हॅव्हिंग अन स्ट्रॉंग मॅग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टी, म्हणजे त्याचे जे काय मॅग्नेटिझम आहे, फील्ड क्रिएशन मॅक्झिमम आहे. सो दिस magnets are called as single molecule magnet, and most of single molecule magnet, that is SMM, contains manganese but can also be found with vanadium, iron, nickel and cobalt cluster, right? See, the strong single molecule magnet which is having a strong magnetic property, that means it will contain a maximum magnesium. मॅक्झिमम कंटेंट काय आहे त्याच्यामध्ये, मॅग्नेशियमचा आहे. सो सम मॅग्नेट इट विल बी मॅन्युफॅक्चर्ड इन द alloy of that some minimum magnet or minimum manganese, some iron particle, some of the cobalt or it may be nickel particle. So this is alloy of that magnetic material. It is having an minimum magnetism property or it may be less magnetism property. That means we are mixing some other material to produce a magnetic property or it may be magnetic, right? Then advantages of single molecule magnet include strong residual inductance. Okay, it is having a strong magnetic property, that means residual magnetism काय आहे त्याच्यामध्ये maximum आहे. Solubility in the organic solvent and sub nanoscale dimension, right? So this magnet, it is soluble in the organic solvent and sub nanoscale dimension. Sub nanoscale dimension is nothing but if the magnet it can be formed by only a manganese material having a maximum capacity or it is the strong magnet, right? If the little molecule or if we manufacture a nano molecule of that magnet, त्याचा जर बारीक जरी molecule असेल, it is having an magnetic property more as compared to this alloy. बरोबर ना? म्हणजे मोठा मॅग्नेट आहे, त्याचा एक तुकडा केला आपण, मल्टिपल तुकडे केले छोटा जरी तुकडा असला तरी त्याची मॅग्नेटिक प्रॉपर्टी काय असेल, मोर असेल. दॅट मीन्स वी आर एबल टू मॅन्युफॅक्चर द सेन्सर बाय युजिंग द मॅग्नेट who having an maximum manganese, okay, who having an maximum manganese, and we are able to fabricate that in sub nanoscale dimension. Sub nanoscale म्हणजे स्केल डायमेन्शन, म्हणजे आपण नॅनोस्केल डायमेन्शन मध्ये त्याला काय करू शकतो, फॅब्रिकेट करू शकतो. राईट, स्केल नॅनोस्केल समजते ना, हा, मिली, मायक्रो आणि नॅनो. सो दॅट मीन्स अगदी स्मॉल जे काही नॅनोस्केल पार्टिकल असतात आपण ते मायक्रोस्कोप खाली बघतो ना, which is not visible to our eyes. So that form dimension we are able to form. More recently it has been found that some chain system can also display a magnetization which persists for long time at a relatively higher temperature, and this system have been called the single chain magnet. Okay, so recently we are using a chain system. This chain system, it can also be display a magnetization, and this chain system it will be persist that the relatively higher temperature. That means if the high temperature is there, it will also persist, and this system it is called as single chain magnet. SMM जे आहे, SMM that is single molecule magnet, and या सिंगल मॉलिक्यूल मॅग्नेटची जर आपण चेन फॉर्म केली, then it is called as single chain magnet, that is SCM. Right, SCM. So this is related to magnetism, and that property it is used to fabricate the magnet in case of some application like position, displacement, or it may be movement or proximity type of sensor. Okay, having an nano sensor, micro sensor, or it may be minimum dimension sensor we are able to fabricate. Okay, so this is related to magnetism. Next one is nothing but induction property. So you people already know what is induction. What is induction? What is induction? In case of transformer and in case of auto transformer. In case of transformer, two winding transformer, the EMF it can be induced by using, कसा EMF induce होतो, कंडक्टिवली होतो का इंडक्टिवली होतो? ट्रान्सफॉर्मरच्या प्रायमरीला आपण सप्लाय देतो, सेकंडरी मध्ये EMF इंड्यूस होतो. कंडक्टिवली होतो का इंडक्टिवली? इंडक्टिवली. अँड ऑटो ट्रान्सफॉर्मर सेम. ऑटो ट्रान्सफॉर्मर झालं हे सगळं तुम्हाला. In the auto transformer, the EMF it should be induces inductively as well as conductively, right? No, secondary winding नसते, नसते, एकच असते का सेकंडरी नसते? Single winding it should be present, I am agree for that, but secondary नसते याला agree नाहीये मी. There are only one winding, secondary नसते नाही म्हणायचं. There are only one winding, some part of that winding it will be act as a secondary, some part of that winding it will be act as a primary. So primary आणि secondary मध्ये electric connection आहे, so that EMF it should be induces in the conductively also, right? and there is a magnetic coupling also, so that EMF it should be induces in the inductively also, right? तसं टू वाइंडिंग ट्रान्सफॉर्मर मध्ये whether there is a electric connection between primary and secondary, no, so that the only EMF it should be induces inductively, right? No conduction part. So see what is conduction, inductance, one of the most fundamental effect. One of the most fundamental effect of electromagnetism, an ability of varying magnetic field to induce a electric current in the wire, right? So we have already discussed regarding magnetism. In the magnetism, it is the property of electromagnetism is that if a varying magnetic field is there, according to Faraday's law, it will induce some of the current in that coil, right? When there is a change in magnetic field or the change in magnetic lines of force, then EMF is induces in that conductor. So that means it is the most fundamental or the most of important property of that electromagnetism, right? So magnetic field is non-specific in its origin. So it is not important how the field is produced, either by using a permanent magnet or by using a solenoid. So the effect it should be same. Okay, solenoid it is nothing but it is the artificial magnet, right? Solenoid म्हणजेच artificial magnet असेल, त्याच्यामध्ये आपण coil use करतो. The movement of that, in between that coil there is a movement of that conductor or change in magnetic field. Due to that change in magnetic field there is a EMF it should be induced. Either there is a permanent magnet or it may be artificial. In here we are using it is solenoid. Okay, the electric current it can be generated as long as the magnetic field changes. कधी electric current generate होतो ज्यावेळेस magnetic field change होईल. According to principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, there is a change in magnetic field. When there is a change in magnetic field or the magnetic lines of force, then EMF induces in that conductor, no? So I think you people already studied about the simple loop generator, how the EMF it can be induces one cycle or one sine wave of 360 degree ची माहित असेल. म्हणजे इनिशियली तो 0 का असेल, at some 90 degree displacement it is why it is maximum sine waves का फॉर्म होते, आपण त्याला परत कम्युटेटर यूज करतो आणि त्याचं डीसी मध्ये फॉर्म करतो ना. साइन वेव कशी फॉर्म मध्ये माहिती आहे ना, rate of change of flux is directly proportional to d phi by dt. If the rate of change of flux is maximum, then EMF induced is also maximum. Rate of change is nothing but we can call it as a flux cutting is also maximum. Flux cutting पण म्हणतो ना आपण त्याला. If the flux cutting is maximum, then EMF induces is also maximum. And I think in that simple loop generator we are considering one single turn, एकच टर्न कन्सिडर करतो आपण, एकच कॉइल कन्सिडर करतो आणि त्याचे एकच 360 डिग्रीचं रोटेशन कन्सिडर केलं. If this coil is A, B, C and D, if this coil side AB it is perpendicular to the flux lines passing from N pole to S pole, then there is a flux linkage to the coil is maximum, but the rate of change of flux cutting is minimum, right? No, and if the rate of change of flux cutting is minimum, then induced EMF is minimum, right? No, आणि जशी जशी coil rotate होत जाईल at somewhat degree, at that situation flux linkage is reduces and the rate of change of flux cutting is increases. And if the rate of change of flux cutting it will be increases, then induced EMF is also increases. Sine wave येते बरोबर. And at 90 degree position, this coil side A and B, this coil side A and B, at that situation there is a flux linkage to that of coil, it is minimum, and the rate of change of flux cutting is maximum. And if the rate of change of flux cutting is maximum, at the 90 degree position there is a maximum flux it should be सॉरी मॅक्झिमम EMF इट शुड बी इंड्युसेस, राईट. सो दॅट ती साइन वेव्ह येते. परत काय होतं, कॉइल 90 डिग्री पासून आणखी रोटेट होते. अगेन सेम, द रेट ऑफ फ्लक्स लिंकेज टू द कॉइल इज increases. Rate of change of flux cutting it will be decreases, and if the rate of change of flux cutting it will be decreases, then the EMF is also reduces. So EMF काय होतो, reduce होतो. So this is the simple loop generator होता. आपण जनरेटरच्या कन्सेप्ट मध्ये see electric current it is generated as long as the magnetic field changes. A stationary magnetic field produces no current. Okay, जर मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड जर चेंज होत नसेल तर करंट प्रोड्यूस होतो का, नाहीये. जर स्टेशनरी मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड असेल, देयर इज अ नो करंट इट विल बी जनरेटिंग. सो दॅट वी रिक्वायर्ड अ चेंजिंग मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड. मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड काय होते, चेंज होणारी पाहिजे, देन करंट काय होतं, प्रोड्यूस होईल. सो फॅराडेज लॉ ऑफ इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक इंडक्शन सेज दॅट induced voltage or that electromagnetic force, that is EMF, is equal to the rate at which the magnetic flux through the circuit it will be changed. ज्या rate ना magnetic flux change होतील, that is d phi by dt. So it is directly proportional to the electromagnetic force, or we can call it as the electromotive force, EMF. So that E is directly proportional to d phi by dt. Okay. And according to second law of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction, that is the rate of change of flux induced EMF, it should be depends upon, or it is directly proportional to the rate of change of flux, and there is a one minus sign is there, minus d phi by dt. Okay, if the rate of change in the Weber per second, the EMF E it is in the volt. So this is the related to unit. This is, there is a minus sign, it should be present. So that minus sign it is the indication of direction of induced EMF, right? This minus sign it is nothing but it is indication of direction of induced EMF. If the varying magnetic flux is applied to the solenoid, EMF appears in the every turn, and all these EMF must be added up. Okay, so if the varying magnetic flux it is applied to that of solenoid V is carrying a current. त्याचा animation video आपण नंतर बघूया. So this applied to that of solenoid, EMF it should be appear in the every turn, right? प्रत्येक टर्न्स मध्ये EMF काय होतं, जनरेट होतं. So we are calculating ट्रान्सफॉर्मर मध्ये बघा, मिनिमम टाइम मध्ये नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स दिलेले असतील आणि मिनिमम टाइम मध्ये आपल्याला आन्सर फाइंड करायचं असेल तर आपण वोल्ट पर टर्न कॅल्क्युलेट करतो अगोदर. म्हणजे प्रत्येक टर्नला किती व्होल्टेज इंड्यूस होते इनटू नंबर ऑफ टर्न्स. सो दॅट मीन्स दिस इज द इंड्यूस्ड EMF और इंड्यूस्ड व्होल्टेज ॲट दॅट कॉइल. नंबर ऑफ टर्नची एक कॉइल फॉर्म होईल, एका टर्न मध्ये किती व्होल्टेज इंड्यूस होते, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दॅट we can calculate the EMF induced. So if a coil is wound in a such a manner as each turn has the same cross sectional area, the flux through each turn will be the same, then the induced voltage is P is equals to, or E is equals to, minus how many number of turns it should be present, that is N into d phi by dt. And where N is nothing but number of turns. This equation you people already aware. This equation may be rewritten in the form that is a interest to a sensor designer and application engineer. Phi is equals to minus N d BA divided by dt. What is that? B into A. B into A is nothing but phi, no? Phi is equals to B into A. What is B? Magnetic magnetic flux. Now what is that phi? Magnetic flux. Speaks loudly. density, no? B is nothing but magnetic flux density and A is nothing but cross sectional area. So in the sensor designer point of view, sensor design point of view, so while designing a sensor we require the cross sectional area. म्हणजे किती एरियाचा मला सेन्सर डिझाइन करायचं आहे, म्हणजे डायमेन्शन we required, so it can be represented into B into A. The equation means that voltage in the pickup circuit can be produced by the either changing amplitude of magnetic field, that is B, or either changing the area. Okay, area change करून आपण किंवा magnetic field change करून we can produce a pickup current or the pickup circuit of that sensor. Thus induced voltage, it should be depends upon the induced voltage, it is depends upon moving the source of magnetic field magnet with respect to the receiving coil, varying current in the coil or wire which produce the magnetic field, changing orientation of the magnetic source with respect to the pickup circuit, changing geometry of a pickup circuit, for instance by stretching or sequencing or changing the number of turns in the coil, right? हे जे काही इंड्यूस होणारा व्होल्टेज असेल ते आपण चेंज करू शकतो by using this factor. Again there is a two concept, that is self induction and mutual induction. You people already know the self induction, self induced EMF, and mutual induced EMF. What is self inductance? Self inductance, transformer works on which principle? Mutual induction principle. What is that mutual induction principle? Self induced EMF or self inductance means what? Self inductance, the coil चा स्वतःचा inductance, that is self inductance. What is that? झालं ना, नेटवर्क मध्ये झालं. डॉट कन्व्हेन्शन, दोन कॉइल दाखवल्या होत्या, डॉट कन्व्हेन्शन होतं, सेल्फ इंडक्शन अँड म्युच्युअल इंडक्शन. सो दॅट कॉइल मध्ये जो काही एल रिप्रेझेंट केलेला असेल, इट इज सेल्फ इंडक्टन्स, राइट? म्युच्युअल इंडक्शन इज नथिंग बट इट इज रिप्रेझेंटेड बाय एम. एम ना रिप्रेझेंट केला जातो. सो व्हॉट इज दॅट म्युच्युअल इंड्युस्ड ईएमएफ? त्याच्यासाठी कन्सेप्ट सांगावं लागेल मला. इफ देयर आर टू कॉइल्स, these two coils are magnetically coupled to each other. If the supply is given to that of first coil, then current start flowing from first coil. बरोबर ना? फर्स्ट कॉइल मधून करंट फ्लो होतो. When the current start flowing from that first coil, it will produce a magnetic flux. Okay, so त्याच्यामध्ये सेल्फ इंड्युस्ड ईएमएफ और सेल्फ इंडक्टन्स काहीतरी प्रोड्यूस होईल त्या करंट मुळे. But if this flux, it will be linked with that of second coil, then there is some EMF, it should be induced in the secondary coil. बरोबर ना? सेकंडरी कॉइल मध्ये EMF इंड्यूस होईल. If the secondary circuit it is closed, काय होतं? सेकंडरी सर्किट क्लोज असल्यानंतर करंट स्टार्ट फ्लोइंग फ्रॉम सेकंडरी कॉइल. सेकंडरी कॉइल मधून करंट फ्लो व्हायला स्टार्ट होतो. बरोबर ना? If the current start flowing from secondary coil, again this current in the secondary coil, it will produce some flux. Secondary coil मध्ये काय होतात? काहीतरी फ्लक्स प्रोड्यूस होतो. This flux also link with the primary. This flux, it will also link with that of primary, and due to that at the primary side there is a sum of the EMF, it should be induces. So this induced EMF, it is called as mutually induced EMF. लक्ष देते का? ट्रान्सफॉर्मर ऑन लोड हा जर कन्सेप्ट बघितला तुम्ही, त्याच्यामध्ये दाखवलेलं आहे बघा. Phi1 current, it should be produced by current flowing from first coil. परत ज्यावेळेस सेकंड ट्रान्सफॉर्मर ऑन लोड म्हणतोय मी, लोड म्हणजे सेकंडरी साइड क्लोज आहे, right? If the secondary side, it will be closed. Due to closed circuit, there is a current flowing from secondary winding, and in secondary winding madhun current flow zala ki it will set up some of the flux in the secondary. बरोबर, ते 5' न दाखवले होते बघा. Due to that secondary flux, there is some EMF, it should be induced in the primary. To neutralize that effect, it will take an extra amount of current from the primary. So if you aware about that, I1 is equals to no load current I0 plus I2 dash, vector sum of I0 plus I2 dash, transformer on load condition. Similarly, transformer on no load मध्ये पण काय होतं, it is the vector sum of two component, that is I0 bar, it is equals to I mu plus IW. What is I mu IW? Magnetizing component and working component बघा ट्रान्सफॉर्मर मध्ये आहे. सो दिस इज सेल्फ इंड्यूस्ड EMF and mutual induced. म्हणजे you people already aware about mutual induction or mutually. ओके, सो सेकंड कॉइल मधल्या करंट मुळे जर पहिल्या कॉइल मध्ये EMF इंड्यूस होत असेल तर तो EMF म्युच्युअली जाईल. बरोबर, पहिल्या कॉइल मधल्या करंट मधून जर पहिल्याच कॉइल मध्ये EMF इंड्यूस होत असेल तर तो सेल्फ इंड्यूस्ड EMF. Right, so this is concept related to self induction and mutual induction. Induced voltage, it is proportional to the rate of change of current through the inductor. Voltage it is essentially zero for DC. Voltage increases linearly with the current rate of change, and voltage polarity is different for increased and decreased current flowing in the same direction. Induced voltage, it is always in the direction that oppose the change in current. So this is the Lenz law. Last one point, it is Lenz law. Related to Lenz law, it will always oppose the change in current. This is Lenz law in many sensor application. It will involving inducting coupling. One should always consider that current induced in the secondary coil produce its own magnetic field, and that works backward toward the primary coil. त्याचे काय इंड्यूस होणारा EMF आहे, it will work backward to the primary. That means it will oppose to the primary voltage. So this is Lenz law. Primary coil, this phenomenon is known as Lenz law. Lenz law states that the induced current will appear in such a direction that it opposes the current that produces it. Okay, it opposes the current that produces it. And ED current, what is the phenomenon of ED current? That current is somewhat called as a Foucault current, right? Foucault current. ED current चा concept माहिती आहे ना? ED current, or we can call it as a circulating current. बघा थोडंसं ट्रान्सफॉर्मर मध्ये आहे. It is nothing but ED current. का सांगू 5 मिनिटांमध्ये? ED current सांगू का बस करूया उद्या ना आजच. ED current alternating magnetic field. ED current लॉस माहिती आहे ट्रान्सफॉर्मर मधला, तो कशामुळे फॉर्म होतो? ED करंट. मग आपल्याला ED करंट माहित पाहिजे नाही, बरोबर आहे, राईट. ED करंट मुळे ED करंट लॉस होतोय, मग तो ED करंट माहित पाहिजे ना आपल्याला. ओके, इन ट्रान्सफॉर्मर ED current is nothing but flux produced in the primary, whether this flux totally linked with the secondary. Question समजला का? फ्लक्स प्रोड्यूस इन द प्रायमरीला ज्यावेळेस सप्लाय दिलेला आहे त्यावेळेस फ्लक्स प्रोड्यूस होतात, हे तर माहिती आहे ना. दॅट फ्लक्स प्रोड्यूस इन द प्रायमरी, ऑल फ्लक्स इट विल बी लिंक्स विथ द सेकंडरी. ते सगळेच फ्लक्स सेकंडरीला लिंक होतात का? नाहीये. सो देयर इज सम ऑफ द लिकेज म्हणतो ना आपण, लिकेज फ्लक्स म्हणतो. सो सम ऑफ द फ्लक्स not linked with the secondary side, but some flux it will be linked with the some conducting part of the core. कोरचा जो काय कंडक्टिंग पार्ट असेल, कोर आहे त्याच्यामध्ये, कोरचा काही कंडक्टिंग पार्ट असेल, जर त्या पार्टला लिंक झालं, व्हॉट विल हॅपन, दिस फ्लक्स if it is linked with the some conducting part of the core, it will induces some of the EMF in that core. कुठे इंड्यूस करतात, मी काय सांगतोय ते समजतंय का तुम्हाला? Flux produced in the primary, this total flux not linked with the secondary, some of the flux it will be spread in the core and which is linked with the some conducting part of the core. कोरच्या काहीतरी कंडक्टिंग पार्टला ते काय होतात, लिंक होतात. If this is this flux it will be linked with that some conducting part of the core, it will induces some of the EMF in that core, not secondary, it is induces some of the EMF in that core. And if the EMF it should be induces in the core, due to that induced EMF there is a some minimum amount of circulating current it will be produces, right? That circulating current it is called as ED current. तो जो काही EMF इंड्यूस होतोय, सर्क्युलेटिंग करंट, काही फ्लक्स कोरला लिंक झाल्यामुळे जो EMF इंड्यूस होईल, ड्यू टू दॅट EMF देयर इज अ सम circulating current it will be produces in the core, and this circulating current it is called as ED current, right? And due to that ED current, due to that current and resistance of that conducting part, there is a ED current loss is there. त्याच्यामध्ये परत काय होतं, लॉस होतं. So this is related to ED current, and this Lenz law, and this is ED current, somewhat it is called as Foucault current. This is MCQ question. ED current it is called as sometimes Foucault current, Foucault current. Okay, so remaining part we will discuss in the next lecture, that is resistance. In this way we will conclude this today's lecture and we will stop here. Thank you.